So I think that's in the Prasangika school, the dependent originations, dependence, many things, entangled. Many things entangled. The many is again, here, color, eye sense power, and consciousness as a many is not intrinsic. So to be many, color has to be separate from, different from the eye sense power. Apart from the eye sense power, the color cannot exist. So color is the part of the eye sense power. It's not independent, not different from it. So then how you say, if not different from the sense power, how can you say eye consciousness born from, eye sense power and the color? So color has some kind of, contributions from the color side to produce the eye consciousness, which is other than eye sense powers and contributing the arising of the eye consciousness. Color and sense power, do they separately, contribute the consciousness to be arise? So in that case, the color and sense power has to be, two different, like they should remain like apple and orange. So we say there is no such thing that born from me and my size, and there's nothing that born from me and my colors. So that, the separation is, we say, conceptually it is separate. That we can agree. Conceptually, yes, it is separate. And then that conceptually, distinct, separate entity is enough to proving the eye consciousness has the objective condition and ruling condition. So the Prasangika school says, anything that you pick, there is no intrinsic. So it's kind of, so I don't know what to name that, mechanism or entanglement or some kind of, things that exist. I think the, one or the many, singular or the plural is not from the object side because of the, different subject. Different subjects that finds the varieties of the phenomena, varieties of things. The plural is because of the subject. When there's different subject, when different subject happen in different time, a different condition, and then we see, the plurals or the many. So no singular exists by itself, no plural exists by itself. So then the eye consciousness is not intrinsic. And the second step is, so then the sense power itself. Sense power has no, no potential or no ability to see or to sense, to perceive something by itself. If the sense power, does have any quality to perceive something, then says sense faculties must have seen itself. So sense faculties perceiving something, sensing something is because of it conditioned by the consciousness. So there is no self in sense faculty, no self in eye consciousness, no self in color. So now I say in Buddha Palita, I remember that Buddha Bali, this is the self sound like, how say, the self, it sounds, not depending on any factors, it could stand by itself. So if this is the, definition of the self, then there is no color ever exists as a self. There's no I consciousness. There's no self in the I consciousness. There's no self in the I sense power. So then this is, the seeing color is by consciousness, is conditioned by I sense power and the color. And, seeing color through I sense power or by I sense power is also conditioned by I consciousness and the color. And what you see, the color existing, existing color is conditioned by I sense power and I consciousness. So it's a whole kind of entangled, So no subject or the object or in the middle sense powers, none of those exist by themselves. No sense power exists by itself, no color exists by itself, no consciousness existing by itself. Consciousness like illusion, and the color, the form is like, the mirage. So sense power is like a dream phenomena. So this is what Buddha says.